Hello, my name's Olivia and welcome back to my channel, Endless Pages. And welcome to my very first reading vlog. I'm really excited. I've never done a reading vlog before. I've never felt like I've had the time to do it properly, and my reading's just like so all over the place when I'm working and at TAFE. So I thought this was a perfect time to film one. I love watching reading vlogs, they're my fave. So I thought I would finally film one myself. The only reason I have the time is not a good reason. We are back in lockdown in my state. The cases just keep getting higher and higher. We were only meant to be in isolation for 2 weeks. I actually attempted filming the first week, but I just didn't like what I came up with, and I wasn't reading much that week, so I scrapped that. This is actually my second attempt. Yeah, so as I said, we were only meant to be in isolation for 2 weeks. It's now the third week, with the cases getting higher and higher every day, so it's very, very scary times. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to keep my mind occupied and keep me busy. I'm starting to go a little crazy, I mean, just like everyone else is in my position. So I thought filming this would keep me occupied and keep my brain thinking of stuff to do to keep this vlog interesting. So I thought this would be a good idea, and hopefully a chance to get heaps of reading done as well. Speaking of reading, I am currently reading this, The Guinevere Deception. I took the sleeve off while I was reading, by Kiersten White. This is like an Arthur retelling, but from the perspective of Guinevere. I've read, how many pages I've read? Like 100-ish? Yeah, I've read like 100 pages so far. I read all of that yesterday. So far, I'm really liking where this is heading. I think this is a really cool spin on the Arthur legend. As I said in my TBR video, I'm a huge fan of Merlin, the show Merlin, so I'm really liking this so far. It's really interesting, and I'm hoping to get some action soon. It's a bit of a slow burn, but I understand you got to do a bit of world building and introduce the characters, so there's hinting at some good action. So I'm really enjoying this, and I am planning on finishing it today. I don't think that's a huge task. It's like 200 more pages, like ish. So I don't think that's too hard to do today. And I'm hoping to read maybe 2 or 3 more books this week. I don't know what I'm going to read yet. I definitely want to try one of my books on my TBR. I'm just looking at my TBR right now. It's sitting on my bedside. I think maybe I'll try and read These Violent Delights. I think that will be my next attempt. If I'm not in the mood to read that, I think I'll pick up the next Heartstopper. I'm up to volume 3. I'm in love with Heartstopper. I'm really enjoying that graphic novel, and I think it's just such a happy book to read at a point in my life where it's not so happy because of lockdown. So excuse the noise out the front. So yeah, welcome to my vlog, and I hope you enjoy. I will see you again with another reading update. Hello, I am currently on a walk, so sorry if I sound really puffed out, but I'm very unfit. I wanted to get out while it was still kind of sunny and get some vitamin D because I was going crazy indoors. So, reading update. I've read another 100 pages so far today, which I'm happy with. So I'm now at page like 200-ish. So I've only got like 130 pages to go, which I'll definitely get done today. So far, I'm still really liking it. I'm still kind of in the world building kind of part of the book, which I appreciate because I've got some backstory into some of the characters. Which I really like all the supporting characters as well, which is good. but I'm hoping for a big dramatic kind of last 130 pages, which would be good as well. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the book so far. I don't think it's going to be a 5-star read, like I'm not like super obsessed with it, but I am really enjoying it, so I'm glad I picked it up. So hopefully, not hopefully, I feel like I will finish the last 130 pages tonight, and I will do another update when I finish the book. Okay, bye. So another thing I also want to get back onto during this isolation period is my journaling. At the start of the year I made a goal to do journaling, try it out, see if it's a good outlet for me, just to work through my emotions and how I'm feeling about the day, and I just kind of blurt everything that happened and all the emotions that came with that day. It's nothing aesthetic or bullet journaling or anything like that, so I won't show you because it's not very pretty to look at, but yeah, I made a goal. I was like, I'm going to do that every day, the end of every day. It didn't happen. I've missed months and months of it, so I'm trying to get back into that habit, so hopefully doing this vlog will keep me accountable for that as well. So yeah, I'm going to finish off the night with a bit of journaling and just talk about my day. So yeah, let's get into that. And welcome to Tuesday. Excuse my phone. My microphone has decided to just cut out halfway through recording videos, which is great, so hopefully the quality is okay off my phone. So last night I finally finished The Camelot Deception by Kiersten White. I kind of found, not anticlimactic, but the ending was like kind of disappointing. I was really hoping for like an action-packed kind of ending, but I didn't get that, but I get it ended on like such a big cliffhanger, so I guess the sequel can be set up for some fun action and a fun villain, which we kind of hear from throughout the book, but I guess the sequel will be an opportunity to hear more and see more of them. Yeah, I really think that the world building was great in this book. Meeting all the characters and some gender bent characters and some new takes on some of the original characters from the Arthur legend, which was really cool, and I really think Kiersten White just took this book and made it an awesome new version of an old story, which is cool as well. So yeah, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed the world building, and I really hope the sequel is action packed. So it kind of pays off the kind of slower pace of this book. I think the sequel's called The Camelot Betrayal, I think, which I don't own, annoyingly, so I can't continue on the sequel straight away, but I will just spend more money on another book and get the sequel. And then today I've also started, let me just grab it, Heartstopper, Volume 3, which is by Alice Oseman. I've started to try and delve out of my reading, just fantasy, and try new genres. So this is a contemporary graphic novel, and I also didn't realise like the illustrations are also by Alice Oseman, and the illustrations in this are so cute. This is just a cute wholesome story about Nick and Charlie as they work through their relationship in high school. It's really cute, it's really wholesome, it makes me really happy to read. So yeah, I like to try and read it between fantasy reads to try and break it up, so I just don't get all fantasy muddled in my head, because that can happen if I read heaps of fantasy. I'm just getting all of them mixed up. So yeah, I love this series. So far the first and second book have been a 5-star for me. I don't see this changing for the third book. I haven't read heaps, but I'll definitely get it finished today because it's just such a quick read. And yeah, I love Heartstopper so much, so this is a wholesome end to the day. It hasn't been a super productive day. I went for a walk this morning, and then the rest of the day I've just been watching The Walking Dead, which is my new obsession. I know I'm very late to the into the club there, But yeah, so I'm gonna go watch some more Walking Dead and then read some more Heartstopper. Okay, another update for everyone. Yesterday I finished Heartstopper Volume 3. I gave it 5 stars, or I should say by Alice Osman, who writes and illustrates this series. It's a graphic novel series. I loved this just as much as his first and second book. I think it was really cool because you get to know the side characters a bit more. They're a bit more involved in the story and you get to find more about them. It's a beautiful story. Nick and Charlie in this volume go to Paris on a school trip. It's really cute, fun, while at the same time still exploring really important issues like sexuality, mental health, eating disorders. Yeah, it's a great read. I'm really sad that I've only got one volume left and then I'm up to date. If you want something to make you feel really nice and really happy, this is a series for you. It's so cute and the illustrations are adorable and all the characters are absolutely adorable. I love it. Always makes me feel so happy when I read this series. It's so good. And then today, I haven't done much reading today. I've had orientation for tape for my diploma. So online obviously I can't go anywhere. But I've started reading These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I should stop taking the sleeves off before I film. But this gorgeous like sword and flower on this one. This is a story, young adult, set in Shanghai 1920s about a rival gang and a monster. I've read only about 50 pages so far. I always try and read at least 100 pages a day if possible. So I've only got 50 to go to reach my daily goal. So hopefully I'll get to do that. So far, like from the first page, I think Chloe is a really talented writer and it's really like captured my attention straight away. So I think it's definitely going to be a favourite of mine. Yeah, and in about less than 10 minutes, Loki finale comes out, which I'm so excited for. I've been looking forward to all week. So I am going to go watch that right now because I'm not missing out. And I will see you in a bit. Friday update. Sorry about my lack of face-to-face updates. I couldn't figure out why my microphone wasn't working. I thought buying a super cheap one had backfired, but I just needed a new battery. So I am back for some more reading updates. Speaking of which, I read about 100 pages yesterday of These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, and I've read another 50 today, so I think I'm on like the 250 mark. And I am very much enjoying this book. To be honest, I kind of enjoy reading from the perspective of Roma more than Juliet. It is kind of like a dual perspective, and sometimes you do read some of like the main characters, like Roma's like little group and then Juliet's little group, you read from some of their perspectives as well, which I really like. But it's mainly Juliet's perspective, so I love when I can get a little bit of Roma. I really like reading from him. I think he's a really interesting character, and I like as well that kind of all of the kind of side characters, like I said, Roma's group and Juliet's group have their own like fleshed out like stories and personalities. They're not just like there for the sake of being there. I think they really have their own individual motivations and stories and personalities, so I think it really adds to the book, and I really like that we get to know a lot about them and that they're really developed and not just supporting characters for the sake of being there, but they actually have their own personalities, which is great. I really enjoy reading this book, and I love Roma and Juliet together. There's not many scenes so far of them together, so every time they pop up together it's so good and I love to read it. And yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes, and I'm hoping to finish it today. Might not happen because I have a Zoom tonight with my friends, my group, because we're still in lockdown, and I can't see them in person, but so that I don't know how late that's going to go, so I might not be able to finish it. If not, I should finish it tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah, that's my little update. Really enjoying this book. Can't believe I put it off so long before reading it. So I will see you soon with another update. Hello and welcome to Sunday, the final day of my reading vlog. Last night, where is it? I finally finished These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. 5 stars. 5 stars. That ending, like, I didn't realize the ending was such a cliffhanger. I loved the ending. I don't know why I put off reading this book for so long. I think maybe I was afraid that I wasn't going to like it, but I absolutely loved it. I loved the enemies to romance. I loved the political setting of the time. I loved the setting of Shanghai. I loved Chloe's writing and how she beautifully described Shanghai. Yeah, it was a great book. I loved the monster. I loved the gangs. I loved everything, especially Roma. I love Roma so much. I love his character. And yeah, it was a fantastic read. 5 stars. And now I'm sad that I have to wait, I think like a month or something, for the sequel. Yeah, so I'm really sad that I can't just jump straight into the sequel, because as I said, the ending was a huge cliffhanger. So yeah, it was a really good 5-star read. And then I want to try and read a whole book today. I don't normally have the ability to do that. I can't just sit down and read a book all day because I just get so distracted. But I thought I'd challenge myself because I've been having such a good reading week and finish off the week with 3 books. So I was thinking, what can I read that is quick and easy? So I thought I would pick up Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse by, forgot his name for a second, Rick Riordan. I thought a middle grade book would be a good way to do this because it's easier for me to get through because it's obviously intended for a younger audience. Yeah, so if you guys don't know the story of Percy Jackson, he is a teenage boy and he discovers that he is a demigod, so the son of a god. And in the first book, he is accused by Zeus of stealing his thunderbolt, so he has to go on an epic adventure with his friends to find the thunderbolt and return it to Zeus before all-out war. And this is the 3rd book in that series. So yeah, I really enjoy Percy Jackson. I think they're really fun reads and really interesting way to learn about all the Greek mythology as well. And I never read these when I was younger, so I'm glad I'm reading them now because I really love it. So I'm going to attempt to read this book today. I don't know how well that's going to go. I'll try to read it all. I'll keep updating with how I am going. So yeah, that is my reading plan for the day. I'm going to read Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse. It is actually Monday of the next week. I realized while I was editing that I didn't have anything to wrap up the video, so I'm going to quickly do that now. Yesterday I had a big plan. I was like, I'm going to read a whole book. I'm going to read Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse, the third book in the Percy Jackson series, by Rick Riordan. That didn't happen. I read about 110 odd pages, but that's okay. I can't always have a huge book win and read a whole book in a whole day. Other stuff obviously got in the way, but that's okay because I'm enjoying it anyway. It's as action-packed as ever. Bit of a slow start at the beginning, but totally worth it. Also got a really cool new interesting character who I can't talk about because it's a big spoiler, but I'm really enjoying what they're bringing to the team and the dynamics, and they're a really interesting character as well and really cool to read about. So yeah, I love Percy Jackson. It's middle grade, so it's super easy to pump through, and I also really love learning about all the Greek gods and goddesses. It makes for a really fun, action-packed read. They always make me happy to read them, so super fun. So yeah, I have had a pretty good reading week. I read The Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. I rated that 4 stars. I read These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, rated that 5 stars, so good. Before I read These Violent Delights, I read Heartstopper Volume 3 by Alice Osman, 5 stars, and started Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse. So it's been a fantastic reading week. Haven't read a single bad thing, and yeah, I've been happy with what I've managed to read this week. So that is my reading vlog. Thank you so much for watching and helping me stay sane during lockdown. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.